Welcome to a bonus episode of Playing Above the Line. If you are listening to the podcast in real time, on the previous episode, we had John and Heidi Bellerjeau on, and in that interview, Heidi mentioned that she homeschools her kids, and the kids made the trip to the studio with their parents when they were recording the episode, and we thought it would be fun to put them on the hot seat for a few minutes and ask them a couple of questions. Heidi likes to make educational opportunities out of everyday situations, and so we thought we'd let them see what it was like recording a podcast. And so this is what happened. We hope you enjoy it.
12 months out of
the
year.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a great segue. Now, typically we would enter into the get to know John and Heidi more personally part of the show, but I'm going to give you every parent's nightmare, and that's to put your kids in front of a live mic. And so you homeschool. Aidan and Steen are here, and so we're going to get them in here and ask them a couple of questions. So, Diane, this is going to be fun.
Absolutely, it is.
So we have Steen. Steen, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
And we have Aidan. Aidan, welcome.
Thank you.
Steen, start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you? I know you're homeschooled, but maybe some of your interests and that kind of thing.
I'm 14. I'm going to be a freshman this year. And some of my hobbies, I love sports. I love just about every sport you can think of, but I mainly play baseball and basketball.
Okay, good. Aidan, what about you?
I am 13 years old. I'm in the 8th grade, and I am a dancer. I've been dancing for 5 years. This will be my 6th. And my favorite style of dance would be ballet.
Okay. Kind of moving on in, we just got through talking with your mom and with your dad. They were talking about entrepreneurship, and they actually said that both of y'all have that entrepreneurship spirit. I'd like to hear a little bit about that from both of you. So, Steen?
Yeah, we've always just loved having our own businesses, whether it was a lemonade stand or, babysitting for her, or I watch dogs, just things like that. But we've definitely learned from an early age that it's always fun to have your own business and to be an entrepreneur.
And Aidan?
Yeah, I babysit, so I love kids, so I will always babysit in our neighborhood. And when I was younger, I always wanted to start a business, whether it was a jewelry business or just walking around the neighborhood selling baked goods. I always was trying to build a business somehow from my parents.
Can you talk? I've got a child that's 19 and one that's 17. Can you talk to them, please? Because, I'm like, their business is getting money from me. They use my debit card. I'm like, no. So let me ask you this. I know you guys are homeschooled, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
you get to spend a lot of time with your mom and dad. So what are a couple of the lessons maybe that you've learned just by watching them? I mean, I'm sure that, they have a very strong work ethic. They have to be self-disciplined and that kind of thing. So what are some of the things that you guys have noticed about them and their business and the way they operate?
Yeah, so definitely for my mom, because she's my teacher too, I've seen she's very good at time management. She'll separate her time and say, I can't talk to you right now. I'm doing work.
Right.
So yeah, definitely she separates her time very well and works on her business when she wants to work on the business and helps us when she wants to, be doing school and stuff like that.
Yeah, I find it very inspiring how hard they work for something, and they're always leaders. If someone's asking a question, they're always able to answer, and they're always willing to help. And I always find that inspiring at how they always help people, and it helps them to build a better business.
That's fantastic. And I've known both of your parents for decades. I think they're pretty awesome people. So I'd love to hear, what is one trait that about your mom and about your dad that you would want someone to know about them?
My mom is very, very funny, and she puts humor into everything.
Yes, she does.
Yes.
Even in the most serious moments, yes. Heidi can do that.
Yes, she's very funny. She always makes somebody laugh and smile. And then my dad is really polar opposite of that. He's very serious, and he's got a numbers brain and does all kinds of math, and that's where I love math too. So I've kind of gotten that from him.
Well, they do say opposites attract, so I guess your mom and dad are an example of that.
Yes, very good example.
My mom's very bubbly, and I love that about her. If I'm having a rough day, she always comes in dancing and like, let's go bake. And she always makes my day so much brighter. And my dad's always a source of wisdom when I need it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wow.
Can't beat that. So your dad tells me that you guys have taken Toastmasters. Speak to that a little bit. What have you learned from that experience?
Yeah, so Toastmasters, it's a very cool experience for really anybody to do. You learn to, speak on the spot and get your thoughts together real quick and just, speak back and forth with each other and not be worried about what other people think about you when you're talking to them and things like that. But I definitely have seen, in everyday life, it makes things a lot easier when you're talking.
Yeah, I'm very nervous when I'm talking to adults, and Toastmasters really helped me to have my confidence to be able to talk to them and not be nervous. And it's helped me with a lot of my public speaking because I have to speak in front of a crowd a lot for school, and that really helped me to get my confidence.
Well, it obviously has done you well because you're doing an amazing job. How old are y'all?
I'm 14.
13.
Okay, so let's just say 8 years from now, whenever you're in college, what do you see yourself majoring in, and what do you think your passion will be at that point in time?
Yeah, so like I said, I love sports, and then my dad's a dentist, so I've always loved, the medical side of things. So I would maybe see myself doing sports medicine or something like that, kind of two of my hobbies together.
Absolutely.
So my mom has really inspired me to want to be an entrepreneur, so I actually want to go to business school.
Okay.
Very good. Well, guys, thanks for, I know we put you on the spot. You didn't have any idea that you were going to do this when you came through the door this morning, so we appreciate you spending some time with us. You guys are neat kids. Steen and Aidan, thanks for joining us.
Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for listening to our podcast today. To never miss an episode, subscribe to Playing Above the Line at iTunes and anywhere else you get your podcast. And be sure to leave us a rating. We'd love to know what you think about our show.
To contact us or to stay connected, follow us on social media at HBKCPAS on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thanks for listening.